Colonel Mortimer P. Appleby has been a hunter all his life, but he doesn't hunt for deer or big game. He pursues a new species that has only become prominent in the last decade. Colonel Appleby hunts for hipsters.
I used to hunt rabbits and other small rodent-like creatures, but then a few years ago, a friend of mine introduced me to hipster hunting, and the rest, you could say, is history.
But the Colonel doesn't hunt alone. He is aided by his tracker, Chidubem.
Chidubem's tracking skills are exemplary. I'm not sure how he does it, but I owe him much of my success.
Hipsters nupendo uwashi Nintendo. Hawawezi nupinga. Juya Instagram.
After several days of trekking through the urban jungle, Chidubem and the Colonel have spotted a lone male hipster.
Yes, it looks like an excellent specimen. Note the ironic beard and fake glasses.
The Colonel readies himself to take the shot. He makes the kill. Although the Colonel and Chidubem are both heavily armed, hipster hunting is not without danger.
When you pull that trigger, you have to shoot to kill. There's nothing more dangerous than a wounded hipster. About a year ago, I was on a hunting trip in New York when I came across a large male hipster in a coffee house. I pulled out my trusty .44 revolver and shot him, but I only wounded him. He came charging towards me and spilled hot coffee all over my arm. To this day, I still have the burn mark. There's another one!
He carefully skins the hipster of his shirt. One ironic t-shirt can fetch up to $20 on the black market. Before Colonel Appleby and Chidubem retire for the night, they decide to lay some traps.
A hipster trap is quite simple, really. It's essentially a rope that wraps around the hipster's arm when he tries to take the bait. I used to use iPhones as bait, but they were proving to be quite expensive. So now I use mason jars.
Rakashia ya kupeta yo ni kafasuze.
The next day, the Colonel goes to check on his traps.
The first two traps were empty. I placed the third and final trap by a second-hand clothing store. So hopefully we have better luck.
The final trap has caught a juvenile male hipster.
I decided to release the hipster that we caught in the trap, as he was not yet fully grown and he was not a prime specimen.
Colonel Appleby considers himself to be not only a hipster hunter, but also a hipster conservationist.
I want hipster hunting to be sustainable for future generations. I do not wish to hunt them to extinction. You know, people often ask me, why do you do it, Morty? Why do you spend so much time and money on such a strange hobby? The answer is simple, really. The thrill of the hunt.